Alrighty, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is a takeover session, and we're so happy you're here. Today, as far as the takeover session goes, we're going to be featuring our MBA program, our business program, and I'm going to hand it off to Linnea, who is going to be going ahead and giving the presentation today.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lonia Zilberman. I am the recruitment manager for the MBA programs here at the College of Business, at FIU's College of Business. And so today I just wanted to showcase all of our MBA programs. I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about why you may be interested in doing an FIU MBA. We'll talk a little bit about our numbers and such as rankings and accreditation. And then we'll dive into, all of our programs and see which one is the best fit for you if you do decide to do an MBA. So to start off, let's talk a little bit about why you would like to pursue an MBA from FIU. And so the first thing we can talk about an FIU MBA is that all of our classes focus on real world experience, right? So what we do is we take cases from all over companies all over the world, and we incorporate that into what we teach you in the classroom. So everything you're learning has real world relevance. Our coursework is visionary and strategic. There is a big focus on strategy and learning how to create a business plan so that you can incorporate everything we teach you the next day into your workplace. Another great thing, and one of the main reasons students do an MBA, is for networking. And here at the College of Business, we offer diverse networking opportunities that range from holiday cocktail receptions to different workshops and learning such as your Lean Six Sigma, such as industry nights that we host where we have a speaker come in. So there's various opportunities for you to network both in and out of the classroom if you decide to join one of our programs. Another thing we're very proud of here at the FIU MBA is our advisory board. And our advisory board is made up of industry leaders here in South Florida, as well as current students and alumni. And the advisory board is really there to help us make decisions, changes, and updates to our programs that are relevant to what's going on in the real world of business. So for example, a few years ago, we had to update just in 2018, we put a pause on our executive MBA program, and our advisory board were key players in helping us redevelop the curriculum for the program. So what they're really there for is to advise us and to make sure that what we're teaching you is relevant to what's going on in the business world. Another thing we like to mention is competitive career success. At the College of Business, we have our own career management office, and so they are working with you one-on-one to develop whatever career goals you have and to make sure that when you're going to interviews, when you are a candidate for a job, that you are the best candidate out there. Okay, and of course, we are highly ranked nationwide, which we're going to get into in the next slide. So just to talk a little bit about FIU and numbers and the FIU MBA, FIU is the fourth largest public university in the nation. Currently, we have about 55,000 students actively enrolled in our program. And we have over 100,000 alumni all over the United States and the world. So, leveraging those networking opportunities with an FIU MBA, the opportunities are endless because we are such a large institution. Now, in terms of our rankings, we are ranked number 16 by the Graduate International Business Programs by US News and World Report. We're also ranked number 18 for online MBA by the Financial Times, and we're ranked number 29 for our full-time MBA program by America Economia. The great thing about all these rankings, and one thing that's important to note, is regardless of which MBA program you choose, whichever one you think is the best fit, we do have we share our faculty, we share a curriculum. So even if you see that, and maybe our professional MBAs aren't as high ranked as our full-time MBAs, it really has to do with what each of those rankings take into consideration, whether it's a GMAT or not, and whether, our programs, we do offer quite a bit of GMAT waivers. So that's one thing to consider, that although you may not have the ranking, the quality of the education is still there because it is a shared curriculum and it is shared faculty. So that's something that's really important to know. We have been ranked by US News World US News and World Report in the top 20 graduate business programs. And we have been ranked also as the best grad schools for part-time MBA programs. So again, these are some things that we're very proud of. Now, one thing that we think is really important to mention, and something that isn't always as recognized as rankings, is accreditation. And so let's talk a little bit about accreditation and why it's important. Accreditation is important because it's really giving value to your degree. Accreditation institutions are organizations that are external to an institution. They come in, they review our curriculum, they review our faculty, they speak to our students, they review our mission, our goals, and basically they're there to ensure that what we're teaching you is really what you need to know to be effective in today's business world. So here at the College of Business, we have all of our regional accreditations, but we're also accredited by AACSB. And AACSB is important to mention because they are considered the hallmark of excellence in business education. They're kind of the gold standard for any business school and any business accreditation. And this accreditation is earned by less than 5% of the world's business schools. To put that into perspective, there's about 400 educational institutions in Florida, and only 19 have this accreditation. So it's something that when you're looking at other business schools, when you're looking at other programs, you really want to make sure that if it's an MBA you want, that MBA is accredited by AACSB, okay? And as I said, this is a voluntary process that we put ourselves through. We have external judges come in, and the great thing about this is not that it's a one-time seal of approval. They have to come in every 5 years to make sure that what we're teaching you, like I said, that curriculum is still relevant, okay? So just make sure that you, when you're looking at other schools, you look for this. Another accreditation that's really important that we have is for our healthcare MBA. And we are accredited by CAHME, which is the Commission on Accreditation for Healthcare Management Education. So if your healthcare MBA is something that you are interested in, then again, this is another kind of seal of approval that you should be looking at, you should be checking off as you look at other schools, okay? So now I want to dive into which programs we offer and give you a little bit of perspective, because there is one for you. We offer 4 different types of MBAs. We offer professional MBAs, which are offered in person and online. I'll dive into those in a little bit. We have our international MBA, which is our full-time MBA. This is a daytime program made for individuals who want to make school your #1 priority. We have our executive MBA, which is for individuals who already have senior level experience, who have been in those management roles, who are at the kind of more director VP role. And then we have our healthcare MBA for those individuals who may be practitioners, doctors, nurses, and have moved on to the administrative side, or maybe it's just business-minded people who have an interest in healthcare, okay? So these are the 4 programs that we're primarily going to talk about today. In terms of curricular focus, the professional MBA was designed for someone who really just wants to know the essentials of business. So such as human resources, accounting, finance, technology, what the issues are that are affecting business today, and the application of those issues, the practicality. So this program is really there to develop you from a mid-level professional to more of a senior level professional, or mid-level manager. It really does focus on soft skills development. As I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of networking opportunities, but we also offer residencies. And during those residencies, we'll talk about teamwork, case method analysis, we'll have workshops. And so you'll be really able to develop those soft skills needed in leadership positions. The great thing about the professional MBA, another really great thing, is that you are able to specialize in an area of business that fits your needs. So while we have a core curriculum, you also have the opportunity of choosing one area that calls to you, whether it's because you already have a background in that area or work in that area, or maybe it's some skills that you'd like to further develop, or maybe it's something that the market is demanding. So you'll be able to choose from marketing, business analytics, finance, international business, strategic negotiations, or entrepreneurship. Okay. So next I want to talk about the international MBA. And as I mentioned, this is more for a full-time student, while the professional MBA is more for someone who is working full-time and wants to take classes in the evening or on weekends. The international MBA, you'll be taking classes during the day. Okay, so in this program, you are going to get all of the business essentials as you would with a professional MBA, because again, that's part of our core curriculum. But the great thing about this program is that it gives you more of a global perspective. And how it does that is about 50% of our students are international students. So while you are in a class learning, what's going on the domestic realm, you also have a very international perspective. You'll have cases, both domestic and international, in this program. And it's really there to prepare you to compete at the international level. So if you want to work at a multinational corporation, if you want to work maybe in logistics or international business, this is a great option for you. And again, as I said, 50% of the students are international. The faculty in this program is international, and it's really designed to reflect the diversity at FIU and all over the world, okay? So next, our executive MBA. And as I mentioned earlier, it is designed exclusively for senior level leaders. We don't necessarily need an executive title, but we are looking for individuals who have that senior level strategic management kind of position, okay? And in this program, it really immerses you in experiential activities, in high-level class discussions, and the whole program focuses on 5 areas. It focuses on leadership, strategic thinking, digital transformation and analytics, and a global mindset. And just recently, we also added communication. So that is our executive MBA. And lastly, as I said, our healthcare MBA is really bridging that gap between healthcare and business. It's designed for professionals who are already working in the healthcare industry and really want a bigger stake at the table. They want to be involved in making those decisions on the administrative side that affects patient outcomes, okay? And the perspective of this program is really taught from executives and leaders in healthcare organizations, okay? So next, let's talk a little bit about the format of each program. Let's start with our professional MBAs. And as I mentioned, this one offers quite a few options. So our professional MBA has our 3 in-person options, which is the flex, the downtown, and the weekend, and also our fully online option. The professional MBA Flex is the one I'll start with, and this program is located at the FIU downtown on Brickell facility. Classes meet once a week, usually on Tuesday or Thursday evenings, and in this program you can complete it in as little as 20 months, okay? In this program you'll be taking 1 class at a time, so that's why you're meeting 1 time a week. Next is our professional MBA Downtown program. And this program meets twice a week on Mondays and Wednesday evenings. You'll be taking 1 class on Monday and a different class on a Wednesday. And this program is a little bit more fast-paced. You'll complete it in 16 months or 4 semesters, okay? Then we have our professional MBA weekend program. This is the only program we have of the professional MBAs that is located in Miramar at our FIU at I-75 campus. It meets 1 day a week on Saturdays, but it is a full day on Saturday. So you'll be taking 1 class in the morning, you'll break for lunch, and then you'll take a different class in the afternoon. And similar to the downtown program, it is a 16-month program, okay? And then lastly, we have our professional MBA online, which is our fully online program. You can do it at your own pace, at your own schedule, whatever works for you, because the content is pre-recorded and available for you. We also have sessions where you can join live, but again, those are completely optional, as well as the residencies are completely optional. This program offers the most flexibility because it not only allows you to work, as I said, on your own schedule at your own time, but it also starts 5 times a year. So you can choose to begin in August, October, January, March, or May, and it allows you to complete the program in either 18 months, 22 months, or 33 months. There's 3 different tracks. So again, if the professional MBA is something that you're looking for, if you're a working professional, you don't want to stop working, or you just can't. If that's something that you need to look for something to do in the evenings or on weekends or at your own time, then the professional MBAs are for you, okay? Next, let's talk about the format of the International MBA. As I said, this is a daytime program. It meets at the Modesto Medi campus, also known as the South Campus of FIU, and classes are during the day, typically Monday through Thursday, and then on Fridays you have your professional development seminars or your soft skill development Okay, this program is our shortest MBA program. You can complete it in as little as 12 months. Okay. And next is our executive MBA. This one is also located at FIU downtown on Brickell. Classes are held 3 Saturdays per month, the full day, and 1 week online. So you have class for 4 weeks, but 3 of the Saturdays are actually in person, while 1 week is online. And this program is completed in 16 months. And last but not least is our healthcare MBA. And that program is also located at downtown, but you have the option of doing it in Miramar or online. And if you do choose to do the in-person programs, which are in Brickell or Miramar, these classes are held on Saturdays. So 1 class in the morning, you break for lunch, a different class in the afternoon. If you choose to do the online program, it is completely flexible to your schedule. You can take the classes for your courses whenever you want. And in this program, regardless of which option you choose, you will graduate in 18 months, okay? So next, I want to talk a little bit about the admissions criteria and the tuition for each program. So there are some things that are similar in terms of admissions criteria for all of the programs, and then there are a couple of things that are a little bit different. So to talk about academic requirements, you do have to have a bachelor's degree or its equivalent, a 4-year degree, to join any of our programs. We will request official transcripts from all previously attended institutions. And while we don't have a hard stance on GPA, ideally we like candidates with a 3.0 or higher, but we understand that some candidates may have focused on their professional experience or other things. And so what we look for is the potential for a high promise of success. And again, that can be determined based on academic performance, work experience, or a combination of both. Now, in terms of professional requirements, the healthcare MBA requires at least 2 years of professional experience, and they will evaluate that professional experience on a case-by-case basis. So the best thing to do is to submit your resume if that's something you're interested in. The next program is our executive MBA, and this program requires 5 years of work experience in a managerial role. Then we have our professional MBA and our international MBA, which require either 2 years of professional work experience or the GMAT. It's one or the other, okay? Now, all programs require a statement of purpose. This document should be 1 to 2 pages and should discuss either your motivations, why you want to do an FIU MBA. It could describe a professional situation where you demonstrated a leadership competency. Or you can discuss FIU's core values and which value resonates the most with you, okay? So these are the things that no matter which program you're gonna have to submit. Now, on a case-by-case basis, depending on your GPA, depending on your work experience, depending on where you graduated from, we will look at a myriad of other factors. For example, if you do not have the professional experience to waive the GMAT, or if your GPA tends to be a little low and we cannot see that high promise of success, you may be required to take the GMAT or GRE. If you have a lower GPA and maybe you want to make your file more just more competitive, you can add letters of recommendation. They are not required, but they are recommended. We can also request an interview. For the executive MBA, an interview is required, but for all the other programs, an interview will be asked for on a case-by-case basis. And then, of course, if you graduated outside of the United States, in a non-English speaking country, you will be required to submit TOEFL or IELTS score. And if you're an international student, you will need to submit financial documents in order for us to be able to grant you your student visa. Okay, so again, these are case-by-case basis documents. They're not necessarily required up front. So if you do require them, our recruiters will let you know as you move through the application process. Okay. Now I want to move on to talk a little bit about tuition and just to give you an idea of the tuition for each of our programs. So our healthcare MBA program is $52,000 for Florida residents, $54,000 for non-Florida residents, and our online program is $59,892. Now, the reason why the online program tends to be a little bit more expensive is because of the different HIPAA regulations and the security requirements of the software that are used in this program, okay? Now, for the executive MBA, Florida residents for the executive MBA and the professional MBA. The price is $48,000 for Florida residents and $52,000 for non-residents or international students. For the online MBA, regardless of whether you are in-state, out-of-state, or international, the program is $42,000. Okay, and our international MBA is $37,000 for Florida residents and $47,000 for non-residents. Okay, so I know I've given you a lot of information. So what I'd like to do towards the end as I start wrapping up is to talk a little bit about the questions you should be asking yourself in determining which program is best for you. So one thing you want to ask yourself is, do you plan to work while earning your MBA? If so, then you know to look at the professional, healthcare, or online. You know that the international MBA is out of the equation. How soon do you want to complete your degree? As I mentioned, we have programs that are 12 months, 16 months, 18 months, or even 33 months. So you can choose what your priority is there. And as I mentioned, priorities and commitments. What are your commitments outside of this? Do you have family commitments, work commitments? Are you part of any organizations in your community? You know, this is an investment of your time as well. So you want to make sure that you choose a program that's compatible with your other priorities. And what professional experience do you have so far? Do you have 2 years? Do you have 5 years of management? That will help determine which programs best fit for you. And of course, one of the main questions is, do you want to come on campus? If you do, then you know to look at an in-person program. And if not, our online programs provide a lot of flexibility for students and still offer you the opportunities to network by joining our residencies or any mixers or industry nights we may offer. Okay, so once you know which program you want to do, what is the next step? And the next step is to submit your application. So to do so, you're going to visit business.fiu.edu/apply. And depending on which program you want to do, you're going to look at that golden section, which is a graduate section. If you're looking for the online MBA program, there is a separate application for that, which will be noted as professional MBA online. If you're interested in doing a PhD or DBA program, you can choose there, as you see on the screen. But if you're interested in any of our other MBA programs or any of our other masters at the College of Business, whether that be finance, accounting, marketing, there you're going to choose all other master's degrees and MBA programs. There you'll be able to apply to the professional MBA in person, the executive MBA, the healthcare MBA, and the international MBA. Okay. What we ask is, if you do have it available, that you attach a copy of your resume. All other documents you can send to your recruiter, which we will notify you who that is once you submit your application. But the important documents that you need to submit physically are your official transcripts and your official test scores. And those can be submitted to the Chapman Graduate School of Business at FIU. And the address is 11200 Southwest 8th Street at CBC 200, Miami, Florida 33199. And you can put attention MBA programs and those will reach us. Okay, so if you have any questions, if we've piqued your interest, if you want to know more, we are available to answer any questions you have about our program. We'd be happy to schedule one-on-one to go over it. We also have some more in-depth presentations if you know which program you are interested in and you want to get some more insider knowledge. We do have individual presentations for each of our programs. So again, if you're interested, please reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to help you get into our programs. Our phone number is 305-779-7909. If you're interested in the executive MBA, you can reach us at emba@fiu.edu. If you're interested in the PMBA or the professional MBA in-person programs, you can email pmba@fiu.edu. If you're interested in the professional MBA online, you can email us at pmbaonline@fiu.edu. And we forgot to add 2 others, which is our international MBA program and our healthcare MBA. But you can email any of the 3 emails on the screen and we will be happy to put you in touch with a recruiter from the other programs. So at this time, again, I just want to thank everyone for joining us, for taking the time to listen to this presentation. I hope you found it insightful. I hope we were able to give you the knowledge to make the best decision if this is something you do want to pursue. And I look forward to receiving your application soon. All right. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you so much for the presentation. It was very informative and very helpful. I was going ahead and looking through the chat, and I did see there were a couple of questions. Maybe they can go ahead and clarify. So there was a question that was saying for the international MBA, is there a language requirement?
Yes, so for the international MBA, there used to be a language requirement and you actually had to take a course. What we've done is we've actually changed that, and now we provide students the option of doing a international language component at your own course. So we will pay for Rosetta Stone for you to join to learn another program, but is no longer an actual class that you need to take in that language. So thank you for that. That's a great question, and it's something that we recently changed. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Of course. And then one last thing, can you discuss a little bit more about the Six Sigma certification as well, like maybe the length, etc.?
Of course. So as part of part of our professional MBAs, executive MBAs, and I believe the healthcare MBA also, you get certified in Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma is basically a certification on quality control and efficiency. So as part of our residencies, the in-person residencies, our students are required to do this. The residencies usually take place on Fridays and Saturdays. There are 3 to 4 residencies a year. And during those residencies, we built in these Lean Six Sigma workshops. So by the time you're graduating, you will have completed the certification. All
Awesome,
right.
that's great. Perfect. Thank you so much for clarifying. And just on behalf of graduate admissions, we want to go ahead and thank you and a part of the College of Business for this presentation. It was very informative and very helpful. And I want to thank you all for watching this presentation, of course. If you are interested more in our various takeover sessions that we have, you can visit go.fiu.edu/visit. You can find all of our visits, so to speak, all of our virtual information sessions on there. We have takeover sessions as well as our general sessions about funding, getting involved as a graduate student, etc. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. Thank you again and have a great day.